Hi Taurus, this is your December 11th through December 17th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love coming towards you. In the second spread, we'll check in with those of you who are already married or in a relationship. Then I'll do the love from the past. Spread after that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And then we'll wrap things up with what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the Ace of Wands clarified by the Knight of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Sun. Then we have the Two of Cups. In the potential outcome, we have the Four of Wands with the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Cancer on the table. Well, Taurus... here's the deal. You're dealing with this person who is represented here by the Ace of Wands clarified by the Knight of Wands, all the way to your left. And to be honest with you, when those two show up, one clarifying another, it could be questionable. Questionable for some of you. It's not necessarily the case that they're questionable, but it can be. Right? People may have reservations, people may have questions as to what this person is all about. Because both of those two cards are talking about passion. Lots and lots of passion. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Most likely you are, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the Knight of Wands is a bit of an inconsistent energy. The Knight of Wands could potentially be who is like hot and cold in and out of your life. The Knight of Wands sometimes comes through as a player energy. And the Ace of Wands, it's also a very passionate ace. But it could just simply be that this person is so into you. They are itching to move forward with you. Perhaps this person is like work in progress, or they may need a bit of a domestication. And let me explain on that. Perhaps this person is younger than you. Right? The Knight of Wands could be somebody younger than you, or they could be like really young at heart. The Knight of Wands, perhaps they're just really into you. If this person is a Sagittarius, then it kind of makes sense. The Knight of Wands, out of all fire signs, is most likely of Sagittarius. But again, it could be any fire sign. If this person is a Sagittarius, it could be their birthday. That's coming up this week. We're in the middle of a Sagittarius birthday season, so perhaps you're invited to go to a Sagittarius birthday party, and that's where the two of you could get to know each other a little more. For others of you, you could be working with this person, right? And perhaps it's a holiday party, or perhaps if it's not a holiday party, then in December a lot of people go out to dinners or happy hours. People celebrate the end of the year. Perhaps it's one of those. The Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, all the way to your right. It is a card of work, business, and finances. That's one way to interpret this card. So again, for some of you, this person could be somebody you work with, do business with, somebody who works in the same building, somebody who works for another company, and your company deals with them all the time. They could be somehow associated with the way you make your money. For others of you, the Eight of Pentacles is that domestication I was referring to a few seconds ago, right? Perhaps you see this person, they're like really passionate, they're really good at what they do, and perhaps you see the potential with them. So perhaps you may think, you know what, let's give it a shot, but then we'll see what we can do about domesticating you a little bit. I'm not saying you will have to be their babysitter and teach them everything you know. No, but you may still see the potential. Perhaps you think, a couple of years down the road, this person will become the King of Wands or something like that. Nevertheless, I do see you guys connecting. We have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Sun right next to the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Right? The Wheel of Fortune is one of the Sagittarius cards. Right? The Wheel of Fortune could be interpreted as multiple zodiac signs. One of them is the Sagittarius. The Sun, clarifying that, could be a Leo. Both are fire signs. But both are also major arcana cards. Right? The Wheel of Fortune is a starting a cycle, a very fortunate cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is always good news in my spreads. The word fortune is there for a reason. The Sun is not only a Leo you could be dealing with, but the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It is the happiest card in the deck. With the Sun card, we always feel on top of the world. We always feel loved, cherished. and like a major success just happened to us. The Two of Cups in the middle is a really good card. It's a card of a soulmate connection, and there are two people in the Two of Cups. That's you and this person. Alright? And it's also a card of unconditional love. I really like seeing these three cards that we just talked about. I really do. Because, like I said, the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands is a bit questionable for some of you. And I really like seeing the cards we have in the potential outcome. With the Four of Wands, the Chariot, and the Ten of Pentacles. Very symbolic. Very symbolic that those three cards showed up. The Four of Wands is a fire sign indicator. The Ten of Pentacles is an earth sign indicator. You're an earth sign, they're probably a fire sign, right? So, and both of those two cards are commitment or marriage cards. Both of them are. So it's a commitment and marriage card coming from them, and a commitment and marriage card coming from you. The Chariot in the middle could be a Cancer. You know, the Chariot is a card of victory, success, and triumph. Okay, so perhaps the two of you can make it work. That's what I think the potential outcome is saying. Both of you may have a victory together, even though you could be different. Don't have to be, but you could be, especially with them. For some of you, requiring a little bit of a domestication. But you can definitely make it work. Two commitment and marriage cards. They don't just show up for no reason. You can have a victory. You can make it work together. All right, Taurus. So yeah, really happy for you. Congratulations. If you are already married, or if you're in a relationship, Taurus, this spread is for you. We have the Hangman, the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Hierophant. Then we have the Eight of Wands and the World on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a fellow Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What I noticed right away, Taurus, and you could have already noticed it too if you can read tarot. The first two cards that came out, the Hangman and the Knight of Pentacles, are really slow energies. The Eight of Wands, the last card that came out, is one of the fastest cards in the deck. So I think something is finally taking place. Something that was delayed or something that just took a long time is finally here this week, and as a result, there's going to be forward movement, there's going to be progress, there's going to be travel, or something like that. So something is finally coming to be, right? The World on the bottom of the deck could be a card of a happy end, or it could be a card of travel, just like the Eight of Wands, right? The World sometimes comes through as someplace remote. So for some of you, you could be getting paid this week, you could be getting a job offer, you could be promoted, or it could be some kind of a payday, or you could be getting some kind of an offer. And as a result, there's going to be forward movement. All right. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's what's essentially is happening here, right? The Hangman, the first card that came out, is a card of stagnation. This is a card of nothing happening or something taken forever, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight out of all four knights. But at the same time, it's the most grounded, the most serious, the most stable, the most financially abundant knight out of all four knights. The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Hierophant. That's you. That's your major arcana card. I'm not saying you're slow, but perhaps you're on the receiving end of this. Or perhaps you're the one who is organizing this, putting this plan together. Perhaps you were unable to finish this until something is happening this week. All right, and now that it's here, the rest of the spread will play out with that Eight of Wands. It's a card of travel, it's a card of communication, it's a card of moving forward, you know, and the World is a happy end card. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what's happening here. But it definitely is some forward movement. Things will start gaining momentum this week. All right, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Taurus, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. Also, keep in mind, Mercury retrograde is with us until the end of the year. This is when more exes than usual tend to resurface. We got the Eight of Cups clarified by the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Cups clarifying the King of Cups, and we have the Death card on the bottom of the deck. You're probably dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, right? This King of Cups right there, right next to the deck is the person. They're clarified by the Knight of Cups. Both are water sign indicators. But at the same time, the Knight of Cups is the most loving, the most romantic knight out of all four knights. So do expect a very romantic gesture. I don't know if you're going to care, but it's coming your way, just so you know. Death on the bottom of the deck is a Scorpio major arcana card. So if this King of Cups is a Scorpio, it makes sense. But Death is also a card of an ending. You know, it could be one of those situations where grass wasn't greener on the other side. Perhaps they left you and now they're coming back to you because it didn't work out between them and another person. They're coming back to you either way, or trying to, with that Eight of Cups, the first card that came out. In this case, this is them coming back to you, right? Perhaps, I don't know, the Five of Cups, clarifying that is a card of grief and regret. The Five of Pentacles in the middle is a card of feeling left out in the cold, feeling sad, feeling miserable, right? So that's how they feel, just so you know. I don't know if you're going to care, but they're coming back to you with that Knight of Cups. So do expect a very, very romantic gesture. And then you can decide what you want to do about this. But that's pretty much all I have. The Death card is the only major arcana card on the table, right? The Death card on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, if it could be a Scorpio, it could be the ending they just experienced, or perhaps something changed in this person's life. It could have been, they could have gone through some kind of a transformation themselves, and if that's the case, I'm sure they'll tell you. Alright, and then you can make a decision what you want to do about this. Alright, cool. Let's talk about your work, the business, and your finances, Taurus. This week we have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups. Then we have the Devil, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Well, Taurus, I hope you know what you're doing. Most of you do know what you're doing. Right? This week, this will apply to you, this will resonate with you. If this week you're deciding to either change jobs or assume more responsibilities at your existing job, right? You will get compensated accordingly, but you will have to work your butt off. And if you didn't know that, now you know. Most of you already know that. You will have to work extra hours, you'll have to burn the midnight oil, you'll have to spend a lot of time working. But again, you will get compensated accordingly. You'll make money. Okay, and for most of you, it's a conscious decision, right? The Ace of Swords, clarified by the Three of Wands, this is you making up your mind, making a final decision to move forward with that, right? The Eight of Cups in the middle, this is you walking away or walking towards the Devil. You could be quitting your job, your existing job, and starting this new job, or you could be assuming more responsibilities, right? The Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a card of a burden. It's a card of a lot of responsibilities. It's a card of something that's tough on us. But the Devil is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, this is actually one of the cards you want to see in the work, business, and finances cards spreads, right? It's a card of somebody who is doing very well financially, but it's clarifying the Devil. The Devil, there's always a catch with the Devil card. Right, and the catch could be you working extra hours, or you working the shift you don't actually want to work, but you'll be paid more than during a regular shift, or something like that. All right, but you'll make money. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Taurus. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Wow, this is pretty much, I guess, a continuation of the first spread, the new love spread. Now we got this King of Wands. I believe it's the same person that we saw in the first spread. Remember that Ace of Wands with the Knight of Wands? It's this King of Wands right here. Again, I keep feeling that this person just got such a great potential, and I think you'll be able to recognize it. Yeah, the King of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, it's somebody you work with, or they're associated in some way with the way you make your money. For others of you, they need a little bit of work to get to where you want them to be. Again, it doesn't feel like you'll just have to hold their hand and babysit them all the way. No, but, you know, we are not born and knowing everything, right? We progress, we evolve, we learn throughout our life. So perhaps, like I said in the first spread, you will see the potential a couple of years down the road. This person will be exactly what you want them to be. Most likely, for some of you, you already think they're what you want them to be. But yeah, so many pentacles, right? And the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The first card that came out is the Ace of Pentacles. It's a golden opportunity right? With this King of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles, that would be you. You're clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. As I was clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, I simply asked how will Taurus feel about this? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. Commitment, marriage. And the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. There are two people in the Two of Cups. That's you and them. That's all that matters, Taurus. That's all. Taurus are really good at planning. Taurus are really good at strategies and then implementing those strategies. So perhaps you have a strategy of your own when it comes to this King of Wands. Alright, so yeah, looks awesome. Looks awesome. Alright, so that's what I have for you, Taurus, for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Taurus, have an amazing week.